This is HB Duran, lead editor of GirlGamer.com, aka Gigi Angel Thanatos, and you knew I would end up at this booth sooner or later. This is Silent Hill Downpour, the game I've been talking about non-stop, and I'm happy to be standing next to the new composer for this series, Mr. Daniel Licht. How are you today, sir?
Good. Good.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. Now, we were just talking before we started filming about the series of Silent Hill, and how a lot of fans have been very loyal to the work of Akira Yamaoka, and of course he's moved on to other projects. So how has it been? Has there been a lot of pressure to make it similar, or have you just completely disregarded it and gone completely your own way?
Well, I am doing it my own way, but I'm not disregarding the past history of Silent Hill. And of course, it's going to be my composition, so I don't want to try and be somebody else, and I don't think that would be fun for the fans either. Just in the same way that you wouldn't want the game to be the same every time. You want something new. So I'm trying to bring something new to the game, but stay in the tradition of the game. And I probably get emails just about every day from loyal fans saying, please, please, please don't fuck it up. And I'm going to promise you right now, I'm not fucking it up. You guys are going to love what I'm doing. I'm trying to do some really cool things.
And I've actually heard it, and I can attest. And as a huge Silent Hill fan, I have to vouch for that. I think it's an excellent job. Very tense. It's a little thinner, has a different sound. And some of you might know Daniel's work from Dexter and Hellraiser Bloodline, which I feel is the best in the series. Now, I did hear in the sample that we were given of Silent Hill Downpour soundtrack, it did sound a little similar to Hellraiser in that it has some of that tense, some of the quick piano tunes in the background. What were some of your inspirations for this soundtrack?
Well, I mean, mostly I'm inspired by the mood and the story. I try and basically just try and come up with a sound world that I feel like will amplify and augment the player's experience. And as I said before, definitely respectful of Akira's work on it and the mood approach that he's had. I've incorporated some industrial sounds as well, and piano. Obviously, piano's been a part of the history with Silent Hill, so I am using piano. And I also incorporated mandolin because that was part of the original Silent Hill.
I did notice that and appreciated that. I thought that was very cool. When you approached Silent Hill, how much of the game were you familiar with? Had you played it before or seen the movie, or what did you feel about the project when you were approached?
I had played early Silent Hill. Not much. I think I had played at someone else's house. I wasn't really familiar with it, but I thought it was really cool. I mean, this was years ago I had played it. And then when I got approached, I of course, went out and got a bunch of Silent Hills and played them. I had to borrow somebody's PS2 to play some of the older titles. And just to get into the mood of the game. And I went online and looked at a lot of playthroughs to get an idea.
So which one was your favorite?
Well, the only one I played and beat has been Homecoming. So I don't know if I could say I have a favorite fairly, since I haven't played them all. I've only seen different parts of them all.
Well, that's fair. So how is this different from, say, writing for a television show, something that has already been filmed, as opposed to writing loops or things for an interactive experience? How has this been different than what you usually work on?
Well, it's interesting that I'm not watching the videos much. When I work on TV or film, I'm always watching the video. But this way, I look at the video to get in the mood, and I always have the video there, and I'm not writing to the video. So frequently, it's just off, and I'm just listening to music and working on the music, and that's kind of fun. That's more like how I came into music, was just doing music and not looking at visuals. So that's kind of cool that I'm really thinking about the form of the music. Since it's for gameplay, it doesn't always have to fit the form of the visuals. So if it's, if something wants to be, 2 minutes long and it feels right, that's right. If something wants to be a minute long, it'll be that long.
And as usual, Konami's always been great about releasing the soundtrack, and I I haven't heard anything new about this one. Do you know if the soundtrack will be available at the same time or with a pre-order? Do you know anything about that?
Nothing definite has been discussed, but I mean, I've had a few record labels approach me about it already, so I'm sure there'll definitely be a soundtrack that will come out. I think that you guys are going to really like the game. It's what I've seen. It looks great. It goes to some really cool places that I haven't seen in any of the games, and I'm hoping you like the music.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
For GirlGamer.com, this is HB Duran, aka GG Angel Thanatos, and we'll see you later.